Hello sir, good morning, and this is my report of my assessment in Dick Watch 1 lecture. So my task number 1 is evaluate which rule apply regarding conduct of vessels in sight of one another and in restricted visibility of following situation. Please refer below 6 illustrated situation. 7 illustration. So situation number 1. It is the rule number 14. When two power-driven vessels are meeting and reciprocal means it is almost same or almost same or nearly reciprocal courses so as to involve risk of collision. So we have to avoid the risk of collisions. Each shall alter her course to starboard so that each shall pass on the courses of other. So we have to alter the course into the starboard, then you can pass to the port side. So in the situation number 2, it is the rule number 13. Notwithstanding anything contained in the rule of port B. So it is not standing anything contained in port B. So in section number 1 and 2, any vessels overtaking and others shall keep out of the way of the vessel being overtaken. So the section 1 and 2 shall keep out to the way of the vessel that being overtaken. So we have to keep out it sa mga overtaken. So the situation number 3, it is the rule number 15. When two power driven vessels are closing so as to involve risk of collision. So when happen that two power driven vessels will involve a risk of collision, the vessel which has the other on her own starboard side shall keep out of the way and shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, crossing ahead of the other vessels. So when the risk of collision exists, and then the vessel has on the right, which means the starboard. So we have to circumstance the case of admit crossing ahead of other vessels, so we have to cross the other vessels. Then situation number 4, it is the rule number 18. A power driven vessels underway shall keep out of the way of 3. A vessel engaged in fishing. So it's clearly that it is underway that power driven vessels shall keep out of the way. And if you are belong to the fishing, then you should have to keep out of the way because it is not on the law that you belong to the traffic, the way of the ship. So situation number 5, it is the rule number 15. When two sailing vessels are approaching one another so as to involve risk of collision, one of them shall keep out. So when two are approaching then another, so they have to approach, then one will there is one of them will keep out of the way so it won't happen the collision, and then the other one will follow. Then situation number 6, it is the rule number 9. A vessel less than 20 meters in length or sailing vessel shall not impede the passage. A vessel which can safely navigate only within a narrow channel or fairway. So the vessels have the 20 meters length or a sailing vessel should not impede then the passage which can safely, so they can have safely navigate within a narrow channel or their way. So situation number 7, It is the rule number 19. A vessel which detect by radar. So it's talk all about the radar alone the presence of another vessel. So as you can see to the radar to the that they have another vessel shall develop it close quarters. So close quarter situation is risk of collision exists. So you can see it that there is a risk of collision. So if so she shall take avoiding action in ample time provided that when such action consists of an alteration of course. So you could clearly see that there is a risk of collision between the two vessels in that radar. So here comes next the task number 2. Explain each vessel's responsibilities in each situation. We have here the situation number, responsibilities between vessels with short explanation. So that's situation number 1, head-on situation. Uh, both vessels must alter course to starboard. So we have to alter the both vessels to starboard in the right side. So the other one, if the other vessels turns the wrong way, you turn even more to starboard, slow down or stop your vessel. So you must keep also the to you must do also the turns the wrong way to avoid the risk of collisions. So you could turn even more starboard, slow down slowly, then you can or else you can stop your vessels. So situation number 2, it is overtaking. The overtaking vessel must keep out of the way of the vessels being overtaken. So the safest way is to do is you have to keep out of the way, then that that then the other one is can overtake. So you can post on either side of the vessels, but keep clear the other vessels not have seen you. So you must always see the surrounding that the other vessels have not seen you. So if you are being overtaken, hold your course and speed. So you have to hold your course and speed. So the situation number 3, crossing situation. It is the crossing situation. If other vessels on your starboard side, if her right of way, and you must shall keep clear. So you must have to keep clear if the other vessels is in the right side or in the starboard side. You must keep clear, either turn on starboard, slow down to let the other vessels pass ahead of you. So you must turn on starboard side to let the other vessel pass ahead of you. So situation number 4, it is the responsibilities between vessels. So in general, power vessels have to keep out of the way of sailing and fishing vessels that happen by such tasks as spreading cable, laying and seine. So in general, that clearly that in general power vessels have to keep out the way of sailing and fishing vessels. So you must know the responsibility between the vessels. So situation number 5, it is all about sailing vessels. So where both sailing vessels have the wind on the same side of the vessel is closest, the wind shall keep out of the way of the vessels which is toward. So you must have to the wind must have the wind on the same side of the vessel. So you must depend to the wind of the so that the vessel will adjust. So situation number 6, the narrow channel. A vessel has than 20 meters in length, or a sailing vessel shall not impede vessel that can safely navigate only within a channel. So talk all about narrow channel. So the vessel have 20 meters in length of sailing, so they can have the safety navigate only within a channel. So situation number 7, conduct. It is the conduct of vessels in restricted utilities. So here, do not apply to vessels in sight of one another. Here is you should not apply the vessel in sight of another. You don't that, so you don't do that, so you can have a safe navigation in conducting of vessels in restricted utilities. So that's all, sir. Thank you.